In this Advancing Science lab introduction, we'll be looking at our free-falling bodies lab. Using drop towers, drop spheres, and associated lab documents, students will gain hands-on experience with the concept of acceleration due to gravity, the concept of terminal velocity, making experimental observations, making fall time and velocity measurements, calculating averages, and basic data graphing. Here's equipment included in the lab kit. It includes 4 drop towers, Vernier optical gates and LabQuest data units, 4 sets of drop spheres and catch trays, demonstration materials, and associated lab documents. This lab can accommodate up to 8 lab groups per class. 4 lab groups conduct drop tower experiments, while the other 4 groups conduct sphere drop tests. Groups then swap equipment. The drop tower can be configured to measure fall time or impact velocity. Optical gates and LabQuest data units are used to make quantitative measurements. The drop tower guides the drop plate so consistent results are achieved. This essentially eliminates misdrops that can be frustrating for students. Drops from different heights can be accommodated quickly. Drop times or impact velocities are easily obtained from the LabQuest data units. The concept of terminal velocity can be investigated by attaching a drag device to the drop plate. Students record data in data tables and then plot the data on a graph to see how the experimental data compares to the theoretical. Students also conduct sphere drop tests to see how mass and drag affect the falling objects. Here, 2 spheres of different masses are dropped. Both hit the catch tray at the same time, indicating that the acceleration and the fall velocity are independent of the object's mass. Drag, or air resistance, is also investigated as part of this lab. Here are drop spheres attached to a drag plate. Students conduct side-by-side drop tests to evaluate the effects. The anchor for this lab is the engineering challenge of slowing a descending space capsule before it hits the ground. Students expand their knowledge on the concept of gravitational acceleration and terminal velocity and draw conclusions on how they can slow the capsule down. The lab includes basic demonstration materials to go along with an overview slide presentation outlining the basic concepts related to free-falling objects. A comprehensive lab document is provided, complete with procedures, data tables, and questions for students to ponder. A second freefall lab uses the drop towers to investigate the concepts of gravitational potential energy and kinetic energy. Check out this lab and others at the Advancing Science website.